people know this phone as the first iPhone that came out without a headphone jack. It is, of course, the iPhone 7. It's been out for about 3 years now, and today I'm just sharing my take on its relevance in the year 2019. Let's just quickly fly over the design here. It shows to be, of course, a very clean looking aluminum body phone, and this unit is the gold variant of the line. Although when I bought it, I was actually going after the jet black. It just turned out, unfortunately, that they had run out of the jet black color, so I settled for the gold here. On the front here, you have the typical Apple signature front style look that we had grown accustomed to on all of the iPhones prior to the iPhone 10, with that very thick top and bottom bezel. The top bezel is housing the front camera, and the home button is located right in the center of the bottom bezel there. And this was the first time Apple introduced a solid state home button on an iPhone, meaning it's not an actual button, although it does give you that clicky feel when you press against it. And it also is loaded with one of my favorite features on an iPhone ever, which is, of course, the super fast Touch ID. That's one thing I still miss on an iPhone up until today. This is a 4.7-inch display, 750 by 1334 with 326 pixels per inch. So right off the bat, it is essentially the same display one of the latest iPhones actually has. You'll find at the bottom the lightning port and speakers, but no headphone jack, as I mentioned earlier. And on the sides of the phone, you would have the volume rocker, the hold button, and also the power button. So it's packed with a 12 megapixel optical stabilized camera on the back that can shoot up to 4K videos at up to 30 frames per second. So it definitely does capture decent pictures and videos, and if you know what you're doing, you can actually make them even better in post using third-party apps. Battery life was definitely good for the time, and if you wanted more or needed more power, you would have had to grab the 7 Plus. Now, 3 years later, it could probably get you through half a day of heavy use or through the whole day of doing low to very moderate use of your phone. Otherwise, heavy use would definitely require you to recharge it at some point during the day. So you get 2 gigs of RAM, and this particular unit is 256 gigs of storage. It's loaded with the Apple A10 Fusion chip, which is actually pretty relevant today. It's water resistant, or it's IPX67 certified, so it's relatively waterproof. And software wise, obviously you can upgrade to the iOS 13 with no issues whatsoever. The reason I named a few things about the iPhone 7 that we already knew about was simply so that I could highlight its relevance today. It may not be the phone that's currently trending, but it's definitely a phone that feels comfortable existing today among these new phones. You can use this to upgrade to the latest software and get all of the updates, and you can still enjoy a relatively quick device. And since the phone itself shares the same chip as one of the newest iPads, that tells us that this phone is going to be around for a little while. It's a very well-built phone made of aluminum, not necessarily super premium feel, but definitely not cheap. When you hold it, it may not be the most premium feel, but it definitely is somewhat premium. So Apple has actually stopped selling these on their website, but that should mean nothing to you if you are in the market for this, because it's still a fantastic phone, and you can pick up one of these off of either eBay or Craigslist or even Amazon. So that's a huge incentive to go for this if you are in the market for something in this category. It really pushes solid performance, and you pretty much get the same software experience you would normally get with all of the newest iPhones. The iPhone 7 is still definitely holding its own. However, if you are looking for something with a headphone jack, then this one may have just missed that mark. This is, however, a fantastic phone. I would definitely recommend it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.